6:50 in our Sunrise Smart Start for this Wednesday. Some breaking updates. A rollover in the city's South Wedge led to a Rochester man's arrest. He's charged with felony DWI.
Yes, that breaking update, the rollover crash having happened in the Gregory Street area where police responded near South Ave around 12:30 this morning. They say the 28-year-old man involved hit two parked cars and then flipped over. That driver taken to the hospital. We're told he's expected to be okay, but aside from the DWI, he also faces additional vehicle and traffic charges.
Some more updates new this morning on the first major agreement toward peace since Russia invaded Ukraine now 3 years ago.
Although Russia did not agree to a full ceasefire plan, President Vladimir Putin did agree to an immediate pause on strikes against energy structures, and both sides are set to trade 175 prisoners of war today. Aran Spitzer joins us in the studio with reaction to that deal. Aran.
Yeah, guys, the White House calls this a first step in a movement to peace after President Trump talked to Putin on a lengthy phone call helping to broker this deal. Now, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky responding to the agreement, saying that he is prepared to support any proposals that lead to peace with Russia, but wants to speak directly with President Trump, saying a negotiation without Ukraine is not a negotiation. Ukrainian Americans here in New York say the war has weighed heavily on many in different ways, and they worry about the safety of their loved ones in Ukraine, both those fighting on the front lines and civilians injured and killed in cities far from the battlefront.
My father-in-law was killed 2 years ago. It is very difficult. I know that some people are coming early in the morning Sunday and crying here because they did not hear a word from them week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even a month.
The White House says the pause on energy and infrastructure attacks will last for 30 days, but under the condition that all foreign aid and intelligence sharing to Ukraine come to an end. Guys?
Thank you very much, Aran. Well, here's some great news. NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, they are finally back home in Houston this morning. They're undergoing their medical evals after spending more than 9 months in space. The two splashed down off the coast of Florida last night in a SpaceX capsule. Their unexpectedly long stay aboard the International Space Station was due to technical problems on the Boeing Starliner craft that took them up there.
What a journey that was. In more headlines, city leaders and local advocates around Rochester are calling for action following a new report that came out revealing nearly half of all children living here are living in poverty. This was laid out in 265 pages, citing pay gaps and limited or no access to affordable child care as some of the leading causes of the staggering trend. The document also names 13 recommendations to address the 42% of kids in the city living in poverty. Based on community feedback, expert testimony, and more, some of the key takeaways include collective efforts to reduce poverty, create more jobs, and workforce development. And people speaking about this, these advocates are encouraged to push for more statewide programs to provide more assistance with food and rental support.
One of the best things New York State, Monroe County, and the city of Rochester can do is get more money into the pockets of families living in poverty on a consistent basis. I know what my child needs most, and having the money to afford healthier meals and a better place to live is the easier way to provide for her.
They add another recommendation for the state is to pass the working family tax credit to put more cash directly back into the pockets of families. Sunrise traffic here to go 5 minutes until 7. One new issue reported in Penfield out on the east side of town at Atlantic Avenue and 250 with first responders on scene, so coming southbound out of Webster. Another one causing some slowdowns, Genesee Park Boulevard and Chili Avenue in southwest Rochester. Elsewhere, 390 and 590 moving along at speed.
A $60 million construction project is now underway, repairing the bridges over the Erie Canal and Craig Road on 490 in the Pittsford-Perrinton area. These bridges are nearing 80 years old, so need to be replaced. The Bushnell Basin exit, that is number 27, already closed, so avoid that area until further notice. Travel and safety experts say expect those delays. Construction scheduled to go throughout this year eastbound with a one-lane closure on the expressway. 490 westbound will be replaced during the 2026 construction season, and hopefully everything will be done by fall 2027.
Let's go inside the huddle. Bills linebacker Matt Milano is taking a $3 million pay cut to stay in Orchard Park for an increased opportunity as well. The Bills on the move added $3 million in salary cap space. Milano can earn the money back with incentives in the new season. The Bills did do away with the final year of his contract as they went through negotiations. He'll be a free agent next spring, turns 31 in a few months, but he's had a lot of injuries, so not an ideal situation for this player to be locked into a long-term contract. He is very talented, and a big season, if he bets on himself, that could turn into one more large payday as a free agent this time next year. Final forecast headed out the door. Nice day coming up.
Yeah, gorgeous one to get outside, maybe play a little bit of tennis, some pickleball if you have this afternoon. Numbers climbing well into the 70s, 75. That's going to be plus or minus. I could see us getting 78 maybe, or kind of stuck in the lower 70s if the clouds increase quite a bit. Tomorrow, start of spring. It's going to come with rain showers, not much, but the temperatures, the blue arrow that I put in there, that means that 60 degrees happens earlier in the day. We kind of fall through the 50s and then into the 40s. How about that Friday morning? 28 degrees to start. So look, we have more winter on the way, even though spring starts tomorrow.
Winter coming with a revenge. Thank you so much for watching us on News 8 at Sunrise.
CBS Mornings on the way at 7. We're back at 7:25.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.